Hello everyone and welcome to Pilates with me, April. Just sorting out my screen so it's a bit straighter. Hope you're all doing well on this very chilly Monday morning. If you're brand new here, I'm April and I've been teaching Pilates on this channel for a couple of years now, and all you need today is a mat and a pillow and a little bit of space so you can really enjoy yourself for the next 30 minutes and give your body and mind some rest and relaxation that it might need. So I've got a cup of tea with me as well to warm me up today. Feel free to grab a drink. I always recommend a head pillow for Pilates just to keep the neck in line with the spine, but it is totally your choice as to how you wish to lay. As always, if you have any pre-existing injuries within your body and you know how you feel, then what I would recommend is just going really, really easy on your body and not overdoing anything, and just enjoying the process of learning something new. So we're going to start today sitting up nice and tall. And with the spine, when we say sit up tall, sometimes it's really easy to push your chest forward, but we don't want to do that. We're going to keep the spine nice and long. Well, I've got a very thick jumper on with me today because it's so cold. However, as long as you feel like your spine is nice and long, just drop the shoulders down away from your ears. Just relax the fingertips and then breathing in and out. And breathe in and out. And inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale. And again, in and out. And breathe in and out. So just by doing a few breathing, sort of really being conscious of your breath, you can just help to relax down, which is what we concentrated on last week. I spoke about holding a lot of tension in the upper body and in the shoulders, and that can really sort of play havoc with your posture and the way you hold yourself. So now you've just calmed down. What we're going to do is take a deep breath in and lift the shoulders right up into the ears, and then exhale, push all the way down. And then we go again, inhale, lift up, and exhale, lower. Inhale, lift, and exhale, lower. And inhale, lift, and exhale, lower. And inhale. So when you lift it, really lift your shoulders up in towards your ears and exhale. And again, in and out. And in and out. And now just start keeping that nice tall spine, just start rolling the shoulders forwards. Keeping the spine tall. And then release. And now just allow the upper body to lift up slightly. Take the right hand behind, left hand on right knee, and then twist and look over the right shoulder. And then into the middle. Left hand behind, right hand on left knee, and twist. and into the middle. And again, right hand behind. This time, try and move your right hand back a little bit more towards your left hip, and then left hand on the right knee and twist. And that should feel really nice. Now relax. And other side, right hand on, left hand behind, and twist. And then relax. Good. Now we're going to cross the ankles over the other way. This just helps to give our hips a bit of a breather and to make sure that we're all balanced either side. And then take the hands onto the floor, drop the shoulders, and then stretch the arms forward, and then just place the fingertips down, push the knees down, and then just breathe in and out here. And then bring the hand back in. Sitting up nice and tall, inhale, exhale. And then in. And then switch the feet over. Nice tall spine. And again, inhale, exhale. And now breathe in and breathe out. Try and get your elbows down. Now don't worry if you're nowhere near. If you have tight legs, sometimes it is a bit of a challenge. And even me, myself today, my legs are quite sore. And therefore, I feel more of a pull than usual. But this is normal. So try not to, don't worry too much if you're thinking, I can't do this. It's okay. And then I'm going to lift, and your back and any tension within the legs and the back, you should hopefully start to feel a bit of a difference now. And again, breathing in, breathe out, bring the elbows down. And then lift up. Good. And now stretch the left leg out long. And we're going to just do some work on the inner thigh and legs. So today I thought we would try and tackle an area of the body which is probably the most talked about ever, and that is your lower back. So when you work on other parts of your body, such as your legs and like the backs of your legs, what you can find is that when they are really tight, that then pulls on into your glutes, and then that pulls into your lower back and all around your hips, which is why sometimes if you walk a lot, although it's very good for your back, you might find that it's not the walking that really affects you, it's just the stretching after and relaxing the muscles. Whenever you have an issue in your body, I always say this, it's usually the area below it or above it that's the actual root cause. So for example, if you do a lot of running, you might have tight shoulders. If you run a lot and you tend to lean to one side, which we usually have one side more dominant than the other, that can cause an imbalance within the hips. Also having tight ankles and calf muscles, that can play havoc with your body. I once went to a chiropractor who told me the result of my left ankle being really tight actually pulled on my jaw. So that worked all the way up my body, all the way into my arm, into my jaw. So when Pilates teachers say stretch, 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 this is why, and yoga teachers, because it does wonders for your body and it can prevent a lot of injury. If you are quite sporty, or maybe you've just got a job where you're, you sit down or stand up for long periods of time, or you do a lot of gardening, dancing, all these tiny things can affect us. So your hips and your shoulders are facing your leg that's out, and your right knee is down. And then take the hands onto that left thigh, drop the shoulders, inhale, and then exhale, just stretch down, and then just breathe in and out. and then gently lift up. And now stretch both legs out. And when you do this, just try and keep the hips really level. Try not to sway, push into one side. Keep everything still. Hands down and stretch forward. And then lift. And then bend that left knee. Hands either side. Inhale. Exhale, stretch. Push into that right leg and then push down into the left knee. And then relax. Wonderful. And now come and lay down and hug the knees in towards your chest. So you can curl down, take your time. And now push your lower back into the mat. So if you're on quite a hard surface, this is actually quite nice because this is an amazing way to massage your lower back. If you missed it last week or for the past 2 years, I always say your lower back is fixed, therefore it's really hard to stretch out and make it flexible. So massage is a really good way to sort of like avoid build up and pain within that area. Excuse me. And then take the right leg out nice and long, hug that left knee in. And then right knee in, left leg long. And then what we're going to do is take your hands behind that right leg, push into the heel and lift it up. And just pull very slowly and just push into that heel and see how the leg feels. And relax. Right leg goes long. Just make sure your hips are nice and aligned. Inhale, hands behind the left leg, drop the shoulders and lift up. And release. Good. Okay, so feet are hip width. So how to get to hip width for our neutral alignment, you're going to bring the knees and feet together, the heels go out and the toes go forwards, and then just relax. And then with the lower back, if you push into the mat, you're going to feel like you're going to lift up. You don't want that just yet. And then take your fingers underneath the hips and push down. And then in between, you're going to feel a large gap. And we want to try and find the halfway point between these two. And keep everything relaxed and down. That's it, good. And now we're going to start to warm up the core and the back. So we're going to work into those today. So we're going to drop the shoulders and just relax your hands. And, you know, you want your body sort of quite firm, but not too stressed or with too much tension in it. If you think about keeping really still and strong, you might tense up your hands, which will then affect your arms and your posture and your alignment in your shoulders. So keep everything relaxed but quite firm. And then you're going to inhale, and then with the feet going to just push the leg out and then bring it back in and then switch. So your leg isn't straight, your leg isn't down here, it's sort of like diagonal halfway. So you should, if you place your hands onto your stomach, you should feel your core muscles just tensing slightly. excuse me. And let's do 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And hug the knees in and relax. Good. And now take the hands just gently underneath the lower back. This is just really helpful if you've got an overarched spine, just to give it a little bit of comfort. And then extend your legs up as tall as you can. And don't worry if they're not really, really long. It doesn't matter if there's a slight bend in them, or you can keep your knees bent. But what we want to do is just push the feet apart and then bring it back in. So if your knees are here, you can do that, but it's up to you. So you'll feel it in the core. And let's do 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And release. And now take the hands underneath the knees and rock side to side. And then roll over onto the right side. Bring the knees around and then walk the knees back. Sink your heels down. Stretch your hands forward and forehead down. And just hold it there. And then gently lift up. Just pop your cushion away for one moment. And then just come to lay onto your front. Have your feet hip width apart. One forehead down. And then just rock side to side. And then release. Good. And then one hand on top of the other. Forehead down. Breathing in. And then breathe out. You're going to push your hips and your thighs into the mat. And just gently lift your feet off the floor. Just ever so lightly. Nothing too intense. Just squeeze up and down. And we're going to do 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Tuck the toes under, lift the knees off the floor. And relax. Rock side to side. And release. Coming into the upper body now. Hands underneath the shoulders, elbows are in. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. And lift. and lower. Now keep the feet on the floor and only lift your head, upper body off the floor. You never want to lift up like this, it's always down. And 3, 2, and 1. And now hold it here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. And lift up. Bring the hips back. And then we're going to lengthen the back. So we've worked that. The first exercise we did, we worked the lower back. And the second exercise, we worked sort of in the middle, the upper back going in down the middle. And of course, we worked the lower back a little bit as well, but the primary sort of muscles we're using are the ones at the top of the back. So to stretch out, reach your fingertips towards the top of the mat and then place the elbows down. You don't have to place your forehead down to the mat, but you just want to feel that sort of stretch. And if you imagine you're trying to round through your spine a little bit, you should feel like you're getting a nice stretch in the back. And then lift up. Oh, nice tall spine. Take the fingers behind you and just stretch. Dropping the shoulders away from the ears. And release. Fingertips onto the knees. Drop the shoulders away from the ear and round through there. Good. And now we're going to come up to standing. So however you wish to come up to standing, I'm going to get an extra hamstring stretch here. So toes down to the floor and then stretch the muscles out long. If this is how you want to come up in a different way, you feel free and please take your time. There's no rush. I'm just going to move my camera slightly. There we go. Okay. So you're going to work into the legs now, and then we'll have another deep hamstring stretch to try and help us relax the back. But you're going to have your feet together and then your heels out and your toes forwards. And then you're going to drop the shoulders away from your ears and then hands either side. And then you're going to inhale and come up and then lower. And then lift up. Oh, if you wobble, you wobble. And lower. And again, lift. And lower. And lift up. And lower. And again, lift. And lower. And lift up. And lower. Good. Walk the feet out nice and wide. So the big toe is in alignment with the big toe. And then you're going to push your knees out. And then you're going to bring your hands together. And you're going to push the knees out and then lift up and squeeze into your glutes. So just squeezing up and down. So try and keep the back really, really straight. Lift your toes off the floor will activate your legs a little bit more. So it's like you're sitting on a chair, keeping your back nice and straight, and then you lift. Let's do 3 more. 3, 2, and 1. and relax, and then just give your legs a shake out. Good. Shake, shake, shake. Shake out. Wonderful. So now let's do a Pilates move, which is phenomenal for releasing any tension up and down your whole spine. We're going to do the roll down, and you're going to have your feet hip width apart. You're going to nod your chin towards your chest, and then hands onto the front of the thighs, and then you're going to sort of hunch over, and then you're going to roll all the way down. And then when you bend your knees, imagine your fingertips are trying to reach the floor, and you're going to round, round, round through. Let the head drop. Bend the knees a little bit more. And then inhale, and then try and place your fingertips onto the floor, and exhale, straighten the legs. So you're going to notice how you felt it, hopefully more in the lower back, but by straightening the legs, you're going to feel it more in the thighs and that in the hamstrings, and that is where most tension stems from, which causes the lower back. And then bend in the knees, and then fingertips onto the floor, crouch down, or you can come to lay down however you wish, and then stretching those legs out. Good. Drop the shoulders away from your ears when you're down here, and then inhale, exhale, stretch fingertips away. And then inhale, lift. Oh, nice and tall. So let's feel the difference between having a really tall spine and then rounding through it and relaxing it. So one more time, hands on to the thighs, nod, round down. And then lift. Come and lay down. Hug your knees in towards your chest. And then lay. And then we've got about a minute now to just let our bodies relax down further. So drop the shoulders away from the ears and breathe in and out. Breathe in. Breathe out, stretch. And gently lift up. Come and sit up nice and tall. Excuse me, drop the shoulders away from the ears, stretch your fingertips out. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. And thank you all very much for joining me today. Have a wonderful week, and I shall see you all next Monday.